For us to rub minds on the round letter game talking about football. And as usual, I have my friend, my reliable partner here, Greg. Greg, how are you?
Yeah, viewers, you are welcome to this highly anticipated bumper pack show.
Yes. Are you happy? Are you happy?
Yeah, because today is the day. And you can see on the social media, apparently most the whole world knows what is going to happen today.
Yes.
And that is, in fact, is the game of the decade.
Everything is working
It's
fast
the
now.
game of not really everything working for Arsenal. The game plan is this.
Let me help you. What I mean, Real Madrid is yet to score a goal against Arsenal. Are you aware?
Yeah, they are yet to score a goal against Arsenal, and they've been conceding goals. Their defense has been so porous.
They've conceded 4 goals
against Arsenal, and they've not been able to score.
2004 season, and
2006, and then
this last one,
the last week. I Arsenal,
David and Goliath,
and 3-0. But we are talking about the king of Europe, the king of comebacks.
Are you confident that Arsenal is going to make it tonight?
Yeah.
How confident? Because Greg, I know the way you sounded before the last leg. Yes. I'm not seeing it in you. I'm not seeing that belief. The confidence, your confidence seems to be dropping.
No. It's not yesterday. Dropping. You see, judging by what happened yesterday, the yesterday game, the game between Borussia Dortmund and Barcelona, the game between Aston Villa and PSG. You can see that the home teams, they threw a comeback.
Exactly.
In fact, it just took
miracle.
It was just a miracle that the winning side, PSG and Barcelona survived. Yes. You can see the comeback, you can see the passion, you can see the drive, you can see they gave in everything. And I think the same thing is going to happen because Real Madrid will want to latch onto that tempo to be able to show. They've been doing a whole lot. Their players have been speaking, the team has been speaking, the president Perez has been speaking, Ancelotti has been speaking. There has been so much noise. They've said the video they will replay before the game, that they are going to cover the stadium. They want to create a unique atmosphere.
All these
are geared toward ensuring that there is going to be a comeback. They want to stage a comeback. The biggest they've ever. I don't think they've ever done this, in the past decade. They've never lost, within the knockout stages by 3-0, and for them to be able to stage a comeback. So this is the first.
No, I think Liverpool were able to do it against Barcelona.
No, I'm talking about Real Madrid.
Okay.
But what we have to take out from this game?
I think the last time it was around 1984.
Borussia Dortmund.
Yes,
4-0, and the.
So Greg, before we talk go further about Real Madrid Arsenal tonight, let us look at yesterday's game. PSG against Aston Villa. Wow. Were you surprised with the outcome of the results? Surprisingly for me, I gave that match to PSG. I never expected the type of display, the type of performance that came from Aston Villa. Yes. That should also tell us that in football,
anything can happen. It's never over
until it is over.
And one takeaway that we have to take out from that game is that when you look at that game critically, the game between Aston Villa and PSG is the most informed team in Europe at the moment.
Of course.
They have
a very compact midfield, good defense.
In fact, when you
brilliant goalkeeping by Donnarumma, the attack is everywhere.
And you can see the wingers, the right and the left back. The Hakimi and the Dinola. So they play. So PSG is the most informed team, and they play compact football. If you see their midfield is so fluid. So in fact, just like you, I gave the return leg to them. I thought they are going to annihilate Aston Villa. But surprisingly, first game, Aston Villa was playing so much. Within the first 15-30 minutes, before you know it, PSG scored 2 goals.
Exactly.
And then once immediately, Aston Villa were able to get one back. By second half, the game changed. In a few minutes, they were able to score 2. And everybody was hoping, and people were anticipating that they're going to stage that comeback. They just needed a goal.
Then the other game, as Barcelona versus Borussia Dortmund. Are you also surprised by that?
Because I've never seen Barcelona play so poorly.
Oh, yes, exactly. They didn't come to the party at all.
No, that was not the Barcelona we used to know. It was purely a one-side. You can see the drive, you can see the passion, you can see the zeal.
Yes. That is also
another thing. The team that will win it.
Exactly.
You might have a skillful set of players, but it's the team that have the greater hunger that will win it. And last night we saw that hunger in Borussia Dortmund.
That is also to tell you about early goal. If you're chasing a game, the importance of scoring early is always very critical. And that was what led to PSG's, Borussia Dortmund motivation. Motivated them. So that is also what Arsenal need to avoid today. But before we continue on Arsenal Real Madrid, let us look at the second game. Nobody's even talking about Inter Milan and Bayern Munich, a repetition of 2010 UCL final. Remember that game?
Yeah, I remember.
Nobody is even talking about this game. But for me, I believe that whoever wins in this game get to the finals. I don't.
Yeah, between
something is telling me. Yeah, something is telling me that Inter is going to.
Yeah, Inter is
continue
playing
from where
at
they
home.
stopped.
Inter is playing at home, and they have this robust defense.
Yes,
they've not been able to conceive much goals.
Yes,
if my memory is right, they've been the team that conceded the least number of goals, followed by Arsenal.
Yes.
So I think because they already have a goal advantage,
and the only thing that defeated Arsenal,
and they're playing at home. Yeah, they're the only thing that defeated Arsenal.
In this
competition. It was through a penalty anyway. So the truth of the matter is this: Inter versus Bayern. Bayern have not been playing the best of football in Europe.
You remember they have it's going to be a cracker between one of the best center forward we have. Two center forward they have in this world. Harry Kane and the man from Argentina. Lautaro Martinez.
Martinez. Yeah, it's going to be, the whole attention is going to be on Harry Kane
and Martinez. Yes.
Yeah, because Martinez is the captain. He's expected to lead his team to victory. Okay. Harry Kane is one of the prolific strikers in Europe, and all eyes will be on him to redeem the image of Bayern. I think it's going to be an amazing game. It's because it's unfortunate they are playing the same time that the Kings of Europe is playing, and the Kings of Europe, they need to stage a comeback.
So let us look at PSG and Arsenal. They are here to win this competition, and PSG have done their own part of the assignment. At least they are in the semi-final already.
Exactly.
Arsenal also need to do everything possible to get to the final, because PSG has done enough. They spent enough into the game. They've invested. They have the best. They've had the best leg of Messi, Neymar, Mbappe, Ibrahimovic. At one point, are all these gearing towards a UEFA Champions League trophy. Do you think this season is their season? The way they are going?
Yeah. So the left for me, this is the first time that there is no star player, there is no focal point in that PSG.
Exactly.
And that is what has made them to play as a team. Prior to now, there is always a superstar in that team. The focus is on him, either from Mbappe, Messi to Neymar. But now, for the first time, you can see that they have players who are ready to play for the team.
Exactly.
Everybody, there is that cohesion among them. And when you see the synergy, is so amazing from the field of play that when you watch PSG play, you enjoy fluid, beautiful football. And I think this is their season to prove that point. That they may have lost Mbappe last season, but now they are more as a team. They look more like a team compared to previously, where it was a superstar-led team. It's a Mbappe-led team. So in every game, all eyes is on Mbappe. In every game, all eyes is on Neymar, Messi. Now, in every game, all eyes is on the team. And you can see the transition from the defense to the midfield and attack. And what also works for them is the flank. When you see Hakimi and Mendes, the way that Mendes has scored one of the beautiful goals in this UEFA Champions League.
Okay. Of course, Greg, we are going to end this show Santiago Bernabeu. Yes. Let's calm down. I know how you feel as an Arsenal Arsenal faithful.
No,
For me, I will maintain my prediction. Okay. It's gonna be Arsenal 2, Real Madrid. Real Madrid 1, Arsenal 2. For me, that's how the scoreboard will look like. But today's game, I think Arsenal need to watch it. You agree with me? They need to trade with caution. You know, if they can be able, for me, if they can be able to, stop PSG from playing first 20 minutes. Very important. Real Madrid, first 20, 30 minutes. Yes. Very important, very crucial. And also, Ateta should also encourage Saka and Martinelli or Trossard to attack. Arsenal, for me, they need to attack. Don't go back. Go all out. You get a goal. They will get a goal. They will get a goal. You see, the midfield, PSG midfield. Real Madrid midfield for me is weak. You can't compare the strength of the midfield and the defense. Exactly. The right and the left. Exactly. That is where Arsenal need to exploit. Exactly. And I think because, for me, my prediction is going to be Real Madrid, they always concede goals. Exactly. Because their defense is weak. The deficit is much. I can bet that Arsenal will win. Now, if for Real Madrid to stage a comeback, they need to score 4 or 5 goals. But they need to, the least they can score is 5 goals. Because I know for every goal they score, there's every tendency that they will concede. Because they are weak. However, with the atmosphere they are going to create at Santiago Bernabeu, if I'm Arteta, what I expect Arteta to be telling his boys is this: guys, it's not going to be an all defense. You can do massive attack, massive defense, but exploit their midfield and their attack. The best form of attack is defense. The best form of defense is attack. Of course. And he will have to encourage them to be offensive. Exactly. As much as the midfield will shield and make sure, because what Real Madrid is, they will be in a hurry to score. Yeah, in a hurry. Arsenal should exploit. The same thing they replicated against Brentford. Once there is a dead ball, a corner kick, Raya should look for a counter. And if they hit Real Madrid at a counter, trust me, their wings and the defense will be tough because they will be anxious to score. And the thing is this: what Real Madrid will want to do is to score a goal as early as possible. Of course, because that is going to motivate them. It will help in their belief. Yeah, it will help in their belief to see that they can go out and do it. Because if they can score in the first half, they know that they have for 5 minutes, and then there's every possibility that they can stage a comeback if they do that. So your prediction yesterday, the other show, you predicted Real Madrid will score 2, and Arsenal will score 1. But another thing I want to play is we want a fair officiating. I wouldn't want to say red card. So that just fair penalty. Let's enjoy this game of football. Yes. So I think on this show, Greg, we need to call it a day. Yeah. Viewers, please share this program and also follow this page for a better, show like this. Thank you for watching. See you soon.